Okay, so Lil Wayne has a lot of colorist lyrics. Let's be honest, he's probably the most colorist rapper. And I say that as a Lil Wayne fan, so don't think this is coming from a place of hate. Sometimes it's good to acknowledge that your faves are problematic. That's what makes you a real fan. And as a real fan of Lil Wayne, I want to go over all of his most colorist lyrics in this here video, so let's get into that.
This is Knuckles, and I'm back. I've been away for a while, but I'm back.
How do you say what's never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red.
So we're starting this off with the most egregious example of Lil Wayne's colorism. I mean, this line is just something else, man. He literally complimented a woman, then told her she'd look better if her skin was lighter. Like, goddamn, it's beyond unnecessary, and all it signifies is that, for Wayne, it is truly a woman's skin tone that defines her attractiveness. Saying that's problematic would be an understatement.
I had a red bone, but she be tripping though.
Okay, so with this one, he's trying to convey that he has an attractive, light-skinned black woman with him, but she be tripping too much. But he keeps her around anyway, which basically means that he keeps attractive women around him despite the fact that they annoy him only because they're extremely attractive. This line kind of reminds me about how people usually react to a famous male celebrity divorcing or breaking up with their extremely attractive significant other. The comments are always something along the lines of, "How did you fumble that? If I were him, I would have fought tooth and nail to keep her." Or, "You're breaking up with a girl that looks like that?" Wayne is demonstrating here that he is just like those people in this line. Basically, his attitude is, a woman is mainly worth keeping around if she's attractive. And on top of that, she's gotta have lighter skin. And I don't know if it's just me, but that's just a very depressing way to view women.
I gotta hit them like red bones with long hair.
Now, I find this line very weird. And that's because he is specifying that these light-skinned black women have to have long hair. And I gotta ask, why? Why do they have to have long hair specifically? I thought his attraction to light-skinned black women was because of their lighter skin. But now, on top of that, they also have to have long hair for some reason. I honestly don't know how the length of their hair has an impact on how attracted to them Wayne is. It's just weird. Because that would mean that women like Amber Rose are off the table to Wayne, and isn't she the sort of woman he would like, judging by his multiple colorist lyrics?
Sweet yellow bone thing, I call her honey mustard.
What? Honey mustard? Okay, I know it's not really that different to the other lines where he compares women to food, but honey mustard just doesn't sound right to me.
Got a red ass bitch with a red ass pussy.
Wait, aren't all vaginas red? Like, I don't get it. The vagina is gonna be red regardless of what the skin color of the person is. So this line just doesn't make any sense, to be frank.
I like a long hair, thick red pound.
There he goes again, specifying that these women have to have long hair or else he isn't interested. Make it make sense.
Got a red bone, she look tropic. If she fuck me right, then she shopping.
Tropic? What's that supposed to mean? Like she comes from a tropical environment? If that were the case, then tropic could also describe dark-skinned women because there are a lot of dark-skinned black people in tropical regions like the Caribbean and the Indian Ocean. Well, maybe he isn't describing a woman from a tropical environment? Well, if that's the case, then what does he mean by tropic? You know, honestly, I think he meant to use the word exotic and not tropic because with the message he's trying to convey, the message being that he likes women from the Caribbean and South America, it makes more sense to use the word exotic. Regardless, this is a weird line.
Red bone do me good than a friend or sister.
Now, he isn't using a plural here, but I still think he's implying that lighter-skinned black women do him good the most. Because why would he mention that she has lighter skin? What relevance does that have when it comes to how much a woman can please you sexually? If you didn't know, that was a rhetorical question because it's the fact that they have lighter skin that makes him more attracted to them, which, again, is a very depressing way to view women.
What's up, red bone? What's up, caramel?
That one explains itself.
Two red bones, fuck them each simultaneous.
This one also kind of explains itself. Wayne likes threesomes with only light-skinned black women.
I need a bad red bone to come get my dick in massage.
Again, Wayne signifying that in order for him to achieve maximum sexual pleasure with a woman, she's gotta have lighter skin. With all this talk of light-skinned black women, you gotta wonder what type of light skin he's specifically referring to, because there are different shades of light skin, believe it or not. There's the Sanaa Lathan shade of light skin, there's the Willow Smith and Rihanna shade of light skin, there's the Georgia Smith shade of light skin, there's the Alicia Keys shade of light skin, there's the Leona Lewis shade, the list goes on. He could literally be referring to women who have all of those skin tone shades I just mentioned, but my guess is that the lighter they are, the better for Wayne.
Long hair, red bone, but her pussy is hairless.
So Wayne doesn't like women with shaved vaginas. To be perfectly honest, this one isn't too bad because in this line, Wayne is proving that he isn't a porn addict and actually has a lot of sex with women in real life, so you can give him a point for that.
Hello world, I'm with a yellow girl, number 2 pencil.
Okay, so in this line, he's being a bit more specific in his preferences when it comes to the specific shade of light skin he prefers, so I give him points for that.
And the weed purple like a black girl pussy.
Okay, now this line is really, really weird, and I think it's probably one of his most anti-black lines because here he doesn't specify what type of black woman he's talking about. And as you've seen in this video, he never fails to mention that the women he usually has sex with have lighter skin. So it can only be assumed that he's talking about a darker skinned black woman. And the line definitely isn't complimenting this black woman because he's likening the color of this woman's vagina to weed. Weed? That's purple on top of that. I mean, picture purple weed in your head and then picture a woman's vagina looking like that. Not a pleasant image, right? And that's no mistake because Wayne's intention here was to insult the black woman he's referring to. And you just gotta ask, why? Why did he feel the need to say this? I get all of the other colorist lines because those were about his attraction specifically to lighter-skinned black women, and he didn't denigrate darker-skinned black women in the process. I mean, it was still colorist, but at least there wasn't, like, an explicit denigration of darker-skinned black women. But in this line, that's exactly what he does, and personally, that crosses the line for me. You can go on and on about how much you love women who have closer proximity to whiteness. It'll definitely be annoying, but that's just a given when it comes to misogyny in hip-hop. It's annoying, but it doesn't take that much effort to ignore and just enjoy the music itself. But denigrating dark-skinned black women? That's not something I want to hear in the music I engage with on a daily basis. So in conclusion, Wayne definitely crossed the line with this one. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to know about yours in the comments, so make sure you make a comment on whether or not you agree or disagree with me, and subscribe too if you want to see more videos from me. I'm still figuring out what I'm trying to do with this channel, but I have a feeling that it's going to go in the socially conscious media and entertainment analysis direction. So if you like that, consider subscribing. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Let's take a dive in aquatic